So you're thinking of moving to Easton Park. Well, in this video, we're gonna explore a section of Easton Park called Discovery Park. This section is a sloped section, some really good views, as well as a really cool little soccer field on the southern section. We're gonna explore all of this right now. Hey, Daniel here. If you're thinking of making a move to the Easton Park neighborhood or Austin in general, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on the latest real estate news. I've lived in Easton Park since 2021. I actually live in Pilot Park right now. I used to live in Skyline, just right over there. Before this though, before I was a realtor, I actually was a band director for 10 years. But how I operate hasn't changed since changing careers. Honesty, a good work ethic, and helping other people achieve their goals is still really important to me. So it doesn't matter if you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, you can give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. Be happy to help you make a smooth move to the Easton Park neighborhood. So what we're looking at today is Discovery Park. Where I'm standing is actually the southern section of Discovery Park. Discovery Park is right behind me, right there. As I showed you, they actually changed this. This used to be a marshy land full of snakes, and they've cut it all down, made it into a really nice little soccer field. And then to the south here is Prospect Park. And where I'm standing is this little, I don't know if it's showing well in the camera, but this playground area here next to the post box. And talking with some people who live here, this has kind of become a hub of people gathering, kind of chatting in this little area. So we're a little further away from the amenity center. So it's kind of the spot for people who live around here. Further north is Newton Collins Elementary. It's on the other side of Discovery, and I can't really show you right now, but we are at the bottom of kind of a slope. So I really like Discovery because the streets are kind of winding. They change elevation. They're just interesting to walk around. Whenever I do a morning run, I enjoy running around Discovery Park. So what we'll do now is I'll do a screen share on my laptop so you can kind of get a bird's eye view of what's available here for sale and kind of where it is compared to everything else. So I'll see you over there. So Discovery Park is on the east side of Easton Park, just so you can kind of get a sense of what we're looking at. I've highlighted it right here, and so we have William Cannon cutting to the north side of Easton Park. The top here, Ruby Ray. That's Bryant Park. It's been a long day, can you tell? We have Bryant Park up here, and then over to the east there's Nob Hill. And then going further south of William Cannon, to the west side are the condos, Union Park West Meritage condos and Union Park East Brookfield condos. They're building a few more condos over here, over here to the east of Lombard Lane. Excuse me, Colton Bluff. I'm all over the place today. More condos there, and then we get to kind of the single family homes. So where I have highlighted here is Discovery. Further south here is Prospect. That's where most of the new construction's happening right now. Prospect is massive, and it's just going to continue going south. Over here to the west is Skyline Park, which is finished, and just south of that is Kiki Park, which is finished. The other section that's being built right now is Pilot Park over here, far west, off of Faxton Road. So kind of Pilot Park and Prospect are the two main being built right now. Discovery is complete. Now, zooming in here, you can see it's kind of a small little pocket neighborhood. This home is a new construction. This is actually a pace setter, or not a pace. Yes, it is a pace setter. It's been on market for over a year. They actually just changed the price. You can get it for much less than $665,000. I guarantee it. It's been on the market forever. It has an ADU, which is really interesting. So it's a 5-bedroom, including an ADU, but some people just don't like the look of it. I think it's at a pretty nice spot. It's right off Apogee. Over here to the left is Skyline Park, the large park, the highest point in Easton Park. So you're walking distance, you're right next to it. And then just north here, this is Newton Collins Elementary School. So you can kind of get a sense of where we are in the neighborhood. But the other resale homes that are for sale right now, as of recording, I see 6 homes that are for sale, ranging from down here in the southeast corner, $750,000 for a 4-bed, 4-bath. You're kind of paying for the lot placement for that one, right in the corner. And then the lowest one I saw was this one, $489,000. 2,128 square feet, 4-bed, 2.5 bath. All 5 builders, I say all 5, there's now 8 builders in Easton Park, so I'll name them. The 5 builders that have built in Discovery are Brookfield, Newmark, Pacesetter, Perry, and Taylor Morrison. Okay, so they've all built different types of homes just in this little section, and they're all still building in different parts of Easton Park too, if you're looking for a brand new construction from those builders. I think that's pretty much it. On this side of Finial are some townhomes that are being built out right now. So if you did drive down Finial to look at these homes, you'll see some construction here. That's what that is there's townhomes there. But yeah, it's kind of tucked away, right? Far enough away from William Canyon, you're not really hearing any road noise there. Really perfect for someone who's gonna take advantage of Newton Collins Elementary School being right there. And then it is an elevated section, so potential to have some good views kind of depending on where you are in that part of the neighborhood. The southern part is definitely lower level with some green space here kind of blocking in between Prospect Park and Discovery. But yeah, let's go check out a couple of the homes that are currently for sale. So the first house we're checking out today in Discovery Park is listed at $575,000. This is a 3-bed, 3 full bath, 2,330 square foot home. So you can kind of see where we are in the street. We are actually northeast in Discovery Park. So right here is Finial, and then just across the road from Finial are those townhomes that are being built. So let's go check this one out. Really steep driveway when we walk up. Also, just some marks here. It's really easy. It's something I always do for my listings is encourage them to pressure wash. It's something I've done for clients too, but we always want the front of the house to look perfect, right? We want that curb appeal. And so just like little things like this, that's a really easy thing to fix with a pressure wash. Just wanted to make that small comment. I really love the front of this house though. The brick exterior, light brick. We have this pretty large front patio space here with natural foliage there, right? Keeping it a little bit more private. It looks good. Fun yellow door. So this particular home has tile flooring, the dark grout. I definitely prefer a dark grout because it's going to get dirty over time, and the dark keeps it looking the same. Then we have French doors here, 8-foot tall doors throughout, exterior and interior. This is our office space. Pretty good amount of space here. It is carpeted. And then I'm not a big fan of the color of this wall. Never let paint deter you from going for a house. I'm sure the sellers would be willing to repaint this or do some concessions to help, pay for that. But yeah, this is not my cup of tea. Kind of teal, I guess, yeah. But I like how much natural light is coming in through here. They do have the blinds drawn because it's going to be summer soon, and so they're trying to save on some electric bills, I'm sure, but there's a lot of natural light. It's a really great amount of space for an office. Okay, and we're here to the right. We have our utility room. Washer, dryer do come included, and then just the shelf above. And then really fun, interesting tile design here in this bathroom. Single sink. And then subway tile stops at the window, does not go to the ceiling. Pretty good amount of space here though. A little odd is this design for these handles. They're consistent throughout, but you'll notice the everywhere else it's kind of a gold finish for the fixtures. So it seems like the owners changed some things from the builder and then left others. Those look like they were left from the builder. We'll go upstairs last. Here is a coat closet, and then main living area. So you have the outlet there in the middle for if you have a powered couch, and then push back wall for the console and TV. You see they have a silver fan, but then we go over here, we have more of the gold look fixtures with the pendant lights that look great, and with the faucet. Really nice fridge. The LED screen included, then built-in oven and microwave, under cabinet lighting, and then we have the built-in range with the drawers underneath and the hood. I really like this backsplash. Interesting design there. Pretty good amount of space. Here is our pantry. Kind of dirty. Something to think about. There's ways to kind of fix that. Obviously with resale, it's gonna feel a little bit lived in. And then a little space over here, I put my shoes, probably a little bench there, make it a mudroom area, because this is primarily how you're gonna be coming into the home. 2-car garage. It does have an EV charge outlet right there. And then you have this little extra space, this nook back here, perfect for kind of a tool workbench area. Here's our dining area. I like the shades that they installed here, they look great. Check out the backyard. Pretty large sliding door. Not the largest back patio space. I'm kind of surprised where it ends. So if I purchased this home, I'd probably afterwards extend the patio, maybe double it out there, like just past this wall. Have plenty more space to put couches. I also don't really like the gas outlets here. So you'd put your grill here, but then the electrical outlet. So I would mount a TV here. So it's a little weird. I don't want my grill underneath my TV, obviously. Maybe the grill around the corner, I'm not sure. Really large lot size and pretty good amount of privacy. As you can see, it kind of goes up, right? So that neighbor's really far away. This neighbor looks like they have a 1-story home, so the footprint is bigger. So their back patio actually starts further back than yours, which is great because that just gives you more privacy. And then that's gonna be your best friend because their back patio is right there. Get along with that neighbor. A really good amount of space for that backyard. As a dog owner, that's super important to me. And then just the privacy too. You never want to be just staring at the neighbor right next door or right behind you, right? So if you can't get a lot with no rear neighbor, the next best thing is having a rear neighbor that's very far away at a higher or lower elevation. So there's a little bit more privacy there. Here is our primary bedroom. The vaulted ceiling, that's great. I love when they have those little extra windows there, a little more natural light. Keeping the tile flooring, and then primary bathroom. Separated sinks, dual vanity. I like that I went with a slightly different color here for the cabinets, kind of gray color. And then really interesting design for this floor tile. Different design for the shower tile. I wish they didn't do subway tile. Maybe it's just because I go in so many homes, I'm tired of seeing subway tile, but it is what it is, it looks fine. I also wish it went to the ceiling. I'm surprised they stopped it there. Here we have the commode, and then they did a great job with their closet space here. So you can see on the wall where they ripped out what the builder had put in, and then they installed their own. This is way nicer than what you'll typically see. So I do wish they had painted over that and kind of finished the job. That would definitely be something I would ask for before closing on this property. All right, let's go check out upstairs. So we have carpeted stairs. And then as you can see, this is very much away from the living room. There's not like an open concept here. So that's good if you have maybe loud teenagers that are gonna hang out up here with their friends. There's not a lot of sound bleeding between the two spaces. So this is a large upstairs landing. No fan. I wish there was a fan there. Not a big deal, but something that needs to be installed later. And then we have our backyard here. You can see how big it is. It looks bigger than the neighbors. Maybe not. It might just be the angle. But very wide. Then we have our final full bathroom. Single sink, the extra countertop space. For some reason, this bathroom does do floor to ceiling tile. Very interesting. But just basic builders, beige square tile both on the floor and on the shower. And then we have guest bedroom number 1. A little bit small with a very typical closet space. And guest bedroom number 2, a little bit bigger. Typical closet space. So there you have it. That was the first house checking out. We got one more to check out in Discovery Park. So I'll see you over there. Final house we're going to check out today is listed at $580,000, so just $5,000 more than the last home. It is a 4-bed, 3 full bath, 2,285 square foot home. So let's go check this one out. Really nice landscaping they've done in the front. I love a good angle, great angles, nice beautiful curb appeal to this home right off the bat. I also want to show you guys, so we're actually on a corner lot, and as we're standing on the front patio, just past these homes, these new construction pace setter homes, is Skyline Park. So it's right over there, very easy walking distance. And then, I don't know if you can see, but just really nice views. We're higher up in Easton Park. So it is got some decent views here for being in the middle of the neighborhood. Let's go check out the inside. So this home is, you're going to notice, very similar to the previous home we just saw. It's interesting, they made a bunch of different choices when they built this home. So it's always kind of fun to kind of compare apples to apples. I think I actually prefer this house after I just walked through and turned on all the lights, but I'll kind of showcase what's different about this one. So right off the bat, they went with luxury vinyl plank flooring instead of tile. I prefer LVP personally. Tile, the grout is really hard to keep clean and sometimes it cracks. We're gonna turn left here. So this is our first bedroom. Now in the last house, this was the office, but they went with a bedroom here. What makes it a bedroom, if you're unaware, is just a closet. If a room has a closet, it's considered a bedroom in Texas. Really cool slanted ceiling here. Lots of natural light again. And then over here, utility room. This one does not have a washer dryer included. It does have handles in all of the cabinets and closed cabinets above the washer dryer. Here's our first full bath. Every bathroom does floor to ceiling tile, which I definitely prefer. And I just prefer the black fixtures, and it's consistent throughout. Everything is black, either black or white. Here again is just a coat closet, and we'll go upstairs last again. So yeah, so very similar to the last property, just flipped the opposite direction. Really nice countertop. It's definitely an upgrade. So we have that thicker countertop material. Really nice refrigerator that comes with it. And then oven microwave built in. And then like I said, everything comes with a handle. Last property did not have that. I also really like this backsplash. It's kind of textured, juts out a little bit. It looks really cool. Over here, again, little space, put your shoes. And then our pantry. Here's a little tip, because I think this pantry is cleaner than the last house. What I've done with listings is have them put liner on the pantry if it's gotten a little dirty, and that just makes it look brand new. So just like black liner, cut it to make it look like it's right in line with the shelving, and it looks perfect. Here we have a 2-car garage. Again, exact same. They actually have the built-in Tesla charger, whereas the last home just had the outlet. Good sized garage. Really like this countertop design, looks great. And then really interesting shade design that they put in here too. Here's your dining area. So this home, they've done quite a bunch with the backyard. So remember last home it kind of ended here and I said I would have extended. What these guys did was they added some black rocks, had some large slabs, and extended it all the way out here. And you just have this open area with lights attached to it also. And a little bird's nest, I just noticed that. It's tricky because it's gonna sound kind of weird, but I actually kind of preferred the last house's backyard because it was a blank canvas and this has already been decided for me, right? I wouldn't have done this because I want my dog to have plenty of room to run and stay on grass, and this cuts right into the yard. But we are on a corner lot. So we have a bunch of space over here still. This is bigger than the previous lot. Something to be aware of though, because you might hear corner lot and think, more privacy, which yes, you won't have a side neighbor, but everyone has a dog in Easton Park. It seems like everyone has a dog in Easton Park. And so there's gonna be a lot of foot traffic here. Even as I was here earlier, turning lights on, 2 people walk by with their dog. This would bug me, living here and just having dogs probably barking at me as they walk by. So definitely be worthwhile to figure out how we can make this more private while staying within the HOA covenants. That's the backyard. I also don't see a gas outlet for the grill. No? Okay. The last house did have that. Here's the primary bedroom. Bathroom's very different in this one. So we have the dual vanity still, but they're right next to each other. I love this dark blue cabinets just in here. It looks great. This floor looks great too. This dark tile they went with. And then here is the shower, floor to ceiling with the subway tile. They also have a bath, and they installed some laminate here to keep that a little bit more private. It looks great. They definitely lost the closet war of 2025. The last house did a lot to make this closet space work better. So this is just kind of the builder grade, what they put in here. Still a decent sized closet though. Go check out upstairs. So what you'll notice here is they took out the carpet and the owners put in this really nice looking wood on the stairs. I definitely appreciate that. Let me go back to carpet on the top. And then basically everything up here is the same design, right? Looks out again to back patio, or backyard, I should say. I mean, there is a back patio back there. I definitely prefer the black fixtures. There are 2 sinks. Last house only had 1 sink. Black fixtures, black hinges. Small thing, but I do appreciate that a little more. So yeah, there you have it. Those are just 2, I think there's about 7 or 8 homes currently available in Discovery Park. More are gonna pop up as we go into the summer months. But if you're thinking of making a move to Easton Park, you can give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. Be happy to help you navigate the wide wilderness that is Easton Park. Until next time, I hope to see you around the neighborhood.